What are you doing with my phone?
I'm trying to break into it.
You don't know the code.
That's true. I know, I'm just trying to guess.
Well, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to transfer myself 20 bucks.
Hey, today we're gonna unlock your success code, right?
All right, stay tuned for the power to prosper.
From coast to coast and around the world, you have the power to prosper. Welcome to The Power to Prosper with your host, Dr. H. Michael Chitwood. Dr. H. Michael Chitwood is one of the influential speakers of our time.
God is opening doors for those who can see. My question to you is, can you really see what God has for you?
Broadcasting live around the world, Dr. H. Michael Chitwood is a powerful, dynamic speaker who has helped thousands prosper according to God's Word.
You are perfect for your purpose. See, no one can take your place and no one can do what you're called to do. There is no substitute for you. You have been pre-planned for purpose.
Discover how you can prosper in every area of your life: finances, family, your job, your faith, health, and your entire life. Get ready for transformative insights, life-changing principles, and practical wisdom to unlock your full potential.
God loves to use ordinary people to do extraordinary things in this world.
Join us now and experience the power of prosperity with Dr. H. Michael Chitwood. Broadcasting live, this is The Power to Prosper.
Welcome, everyone, to the Power to Prosper show. We are so excited to have you, as always. And our audience is looking extra
Extra good.
nice
extra good.
today. Some of them like color coordinated.
I
Did you
know
see
it.
the t-shirt out there?
I did.
Somebody had a t-shirt that said, "I heart Dr. Chitwood."
Oh, really? No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, isn't that cute? Yeah, stand up,
it's very
Chuck.
nice,
Look
yeah.
at that, so cute, isn't it? That's adorable. I love it. Well, we're very happy to have you guys today.
Yeah, very happy to have you.
I'm very excited about our topic today.
Yeah, me too.
Breaking the success code. A lot of people want to be successful in life, but they don't know how. But I think somebody has the combination to the lock, and it's this guy right here, Dr. Chitwood.
Hello, I'm Dr. H. Michael Chitwood, and welcome to the Power to Prosper show, where we really believe this, that every one of you that's watching live TV around the world and here in this audience, we believe that you have the power to prosper in every area of your life. One of the master keys. By the way, it's good to see you today.
Oh, well, thank you.
You look different
as well.
today. You kind of have a different outfit on today.
I went for like a casual Friday.
A casual Friday, yeah.
Yeah.
The day's not Friday, but
Yes,
that's-
I know it's
yeah.
Thursday, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
One of the master keys to unlocking your success. Now, you need to hear this morning because I've taken people that most people thought would never be successful. I mean, really, I'm really serious about this. When we have our conferences, you can look at people, and I look at everybody as the success potential that's in them. I don't see anybody that's a failure. I don't see anybody that can't be successful and be rich and wealthy. But unlocking your success is to get it on your lips first. You have to speak it out. Start declaring daily that you're successful. I told you the other day that I have things on my mirror in my bathroom when I'm shaving in the morning. Every morning, the first thing I see on that is these 3 things that I have written on there. So start declaring daily that you are successful. Start declaring daily that you are wealthy and that you're happy. You can wake up and be mean and mad, or you can wake up and be happy. And some people are just naturally like that, but I'm not really that happy in the mornings, but I can say, and by the way, in the book of Acts, it says, think yourself happy.
Think yourself happy.
It's in the Bible. It says, think
I love
yourself
that.
happy. I'm going to have to look that up
I
for
love
you.
that.
You cannot be successful and speak words of failure at the same time. They will not come out of your mouth at the same time. Your lips will not form successful and failure at the same time. That's why that you speak, I'm successful. In fact, you need to just say that right now. Why don't you try it? Watching right now, just say, I am successful. Try it. I am successful. I am successful. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am happy. All of these declarations will make your life better. So you are a successful person, and success will be a part of your life as long as it's on your lips. I tell you, I believe that with all my heart. They can prosper.
Know it. I agree completely. Words are so powerful. So tell us what the next master key is.
The next key that we have is to feed your mind successful thoughts. You spoke those words. Now you have to feed your mind with these successful thoughts. Renew your mind to think successful thoughts. Read books that promote success and happiness. Every book that I've written, you'll find it has a tone in it of being happy and successful. Read books that promote success and happiness. You must infuse. I wish I could just take this audience out there today and just infuse in their mind the success rate that they have. You must infuse your mind with successful news. Did you hear that?
Absolutely.
Successful news. It's like reading a newspaper, but you're reading about yourself. Michael Chitwood is successful. Infuse your mind like news that you can use.
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
Did you hear that though?
Yes.
Infuse your mind with news that you can use.
I love it. I love it. I think, you know, you're talking, because I bet a lot of people are probably like, well, how do I do that? And what you mentioned about reading books, like just having those constant ideas and thoughts flowing, like you can read a book one time, yay, woo, it was great, good time. But don't read it just once. You know, Bob Proctor, who was a huge proponent of, you know, law of attraction and positive thinking, and he said that the Think and Grow Rich book changed his life and that he read it daily. And he ended up reading that book thousands of times over his lifetime because he would read it all the time. It wasn't just something that you did once.
The same book you're talking about, years ago, I read that book daily. Think and Grow Rich. And it's something that you need to do. You need to think and grow rich in your mind and put positive books in you. It's important.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Well, what is, I think you have one more, right? You said there's three?
One more.
One more. What's the last one?
The last key is that you have to break bad work habits like procrastination and wasting time. I hate people that are reactive versus people that are proactive. I try to teach my staff, always be proactive about everything. Procrastination is a waste of time. You're just delaying something and you're wasting time. You will never be successful by always putting these things off and making excuses. I've heard people really make excuses for procrastination of why they didn't do it and making excuses for not being productive. It doesn't work. Successful people are always productive people, and successful people are always people that do things that unsuccessful people just won't do.
Productivity is a must. I have a problem actually with being too productive. Like if I'm not being productive, I get antsy and I feel like I'm not I feel like I'm wasting time. And my mom will be like, you have to take a minute to relax. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Like I'll take an hour maybe. I'll just sit and have a nice meal, hang out, relax. And then I'm like, okay, back on my computer. What am I going to do?
Working.
So I love those. Okay, so let's recap. What were those three? Okay, so speak them.
Yeah, we got to speak the words. We got to get those words on your lips.
Speak them, think them.
Think them, get them in your mind.
And then act on them.
Act on them, perfect. You got that down.
What an easy formula. Yeah. But it's hard to do. It's easy at the same time.
But
you just got to do it.
But you've heard the old saying before, and I know you've heard this: practice makes perfect. The company that you have, you just don't go out and do that with your team without them rehearsing somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know where they rehearse. It's just like Dante, his team has to rehearse. So the more that you practice makes perfect. And the more that you say that I'm wealthy, the more that you say that I'm happy, the more that you say that I'm successful, get those words in your mind, get those words on your lips, and then act up on them, and you will be successful.
Absolutely. And just a quick shout out, if you want some good reading material on that positive thinking and being proactive, we got 140 books that this guy wrote, and I've only been through one of them, and it was great. And I'm probably going to just read that one again a few times until I start on your next one.
Our number one seller was our number one bestseller. We've sold 3.3 million. I think it's either 3.2 or 3.3 million books. Dr. Cook would know. He'll be up later. But the number one book that we sold, Winners Are Always Dreamers.
Yep.
And winners are always dreamers. And so people that dream big, think big, you can accomplish great things as long as you think big and act upon these things. You can be successful. I believe that you are successful right now watching the Power to Prosper show.
That's the book I just finished reading, and it was very motivational. And I was like, yeah, I was like, I'm ready to go. Anyway, this has been a great segment. I love this.
Good, yeah.
I hope that everyone at home took some notes and that you are going to follow through with this, because this is very, very important stuff to get you on track to prospering in your life. But don't go anywhere, because coming up next, we will have one of our lovely favorite guests on the show. So stick around for Seen and Unseen.
Living life without limits. We're living life.
What is that gap between your dream and your reality? Listen, success or failure. There's gaps in between there. And what it takes is simply this. Number one is careful planning. You never do anything unless you plan it out. That's even written in my favorite book that talks about you need to write this thing down. We need to get it all on paper and see what it is. If you do that, you're going to be able to establish your goals. Number two, the goals of your life. You have to write these things down. You have to do strategic planning. You have to make sure that you have your goals written down. You need to make sure that you understand without a doubt that there's a dream inside of you. When God made you and created you, He put a dream inside you, and it's up to you to get that dream out, to make it come into existence. And that's what we're going to do.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Power to Prosper. We've been talking about success today and how to get there and the steps that you need to take. We've got a very special guest on the couch with us today. He's one of your favorite people. He's one of our favorite people, Dr. Shannon Cook. Looking lovely in his fancy little rainbow-looking tie over there.
Yeah, thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Dr. C. Glad to be here.
Of course. So we were talking a little bit during the break about successful people, and sometimes when you meet someone, if you maybe can tell that they're just not going to be a successful person, like expand a little bit on what we were talking about.
Well, we do conferences all over the nation, Dr. Chipwood and myself, and sometimes we'll see a diamond in the rough. That means that we'll see somebody, they may be in the rough, but what they need is a coach. They need a wealth coach or somebody to come in and get that rough off of them so they can start shining with success.
Yeah, that's true. You know, I can remember that we were in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yes, sir.
With a pastor down there, and we had a big conference there at his church. I mean, the place was packed out. And this young girl, how old do you think she was?
She had to be about
20
about 21, 22 years old.
She's 21 or 22 years of age, and she came up to us at the front. We had our financial team there. Dr. Cook was there. She came up to us in the front, and she said, I don't think that any of this is for me. And I said, well, why do you say that? You know, why are you here? She said, well, I'm here because my daddy always told me that I would never amount to anything.
Wow.
You heard her say that.
Yeah.
And I said, well, why would he say that? He said, well, I don't know. He said, I would never graduate from high school.
Wow.
That you'd be just like your mother. She'd just be a housewife. And he said, you need to go get a job somewhere at Waffle House and become a waitress.
Wow.
And that's all you're ever going to be. You're never going to be nothing. Can you imagine a daddy telling somebody
so
that
sad.
you'll never amount to anything? And all of a sudden, out of her book bag or the backpacks they carry these days, she brought out a little book about, I don't know, about 50 pages. You remember that?
Sir. Yes, sir.
And she said, here's a book that I wrote. She wrote a book at 20, 21, whatever she was. A little thin book, about 50, 60 pages. And I thumbed through the first 2 or 3 pages, and the book was just outstanding. So I gave it to one of our publishers that was there, and I said, read this. He came back to me at the next break, and he said, this is a great book. He said, the only thing this book needs is a little bit of edit.
Yes.
Grammar.
Nice cover.
A nice cover, and maybe some grammar and proper sentence structuring and so forth. But it's a great book. And that girl now has turned out to be very, very successful, despite all the odds of her father always. And by the way, she said that her father started putting that in her at a very early age.
Wow.
I mean, just a very early age that you'll never be anything, you'll never amount to
That's so
anything. Can you imagine somebody
sad.
saying that?
That's awful.
Yes.
That's terrible. And a parent is such an influence on you, especially as a child, and that's really where you shape a lot of your ideas.
Yes.
So that's sad.
I thank God for my parents because I tell you, my dad and mother, they told us from day one, almost before we got out.
Yes.
They said, I'm talking about becoming a baby, almost they started speaking to us and said, hey, you're going to be successful, you're going to be wealthy, you're going to be happy and this and that and so forth. And he taught us that, I've told y'all before about the meetings that we'd have every Friday night with speech night. And I've told you about that story before. And I may tell you again, but this young girl has turned out to be a very, very successful person, of an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And she defied all odds of her daddy telling her at an early age, you're never going to amount to anything. So let me just tell you, and I'm looking into this screen, and I'm also telling the audience, because the audience knows, because they've been with us a long time.
Yes.
You are powerful, you are successful, and you are valuable. So don't let anybody tell you that you'll never amount to anything, because Dr. H. Michael Chitwood, the authority, Dr. Shannon Cook, and Ashley is telling you right now that you have the power to prosper in all things.
Amen. Well, stick around because we're going to give you some more motivation today with some power thoughts. So up next, power thoughts.
I'm about to have a good day, no matter what they say.
I want to ask you a very important question. Do you have your ministerial credentials? Every Christian should be either licensed or ordained, especially considering the state of our present world. Let me give you some reasons why. Number one, as a Christian, you are a minister according to Scripture, 2 Corinthians 5:18. ICCM is fellowship, not a denomination. We are the largest and fastest growing non-denominational ordaining body in the world. You need to be ordained. What are you waiting on? Scan the QR code on your screen or visit iccmworldwide.org to begin the process today.
Well, Dr. Chitwood, we are ready. The audience is ready. We want to hear those power thoughts today because we're talking all about success and we need some motivation.
Well, here we go. I tell you what, we're ready for power thoughts. And listen, we want some of you back there to listen very carefully to these power thoughts too. Power thought number one, unsuccessful people measure success with money, titles, and positions. But successful people measure success with how much difference they make in other people's lives.
Ooh,
Man,
I love that. I love
that
love
powerful
that.
or not? I mean, that is powerful.
That's
isn't
real
it?
powerful.
Yeah.
Successful people, they go more for fulfillment, on the inside of them. Yeah, because, that brings joy to them. It brings freedom to them. It's not just about the money or the titles with them.
You know, I have a book here. It's called Power Promises for Success. And I just highlighted two things. One, it says, he who walks, this is from the Bible. It's in my book, but it's the Bible. He who walks with wise men will be wise, but a companion of fools will be destroyed.
My goodness.
So number two, you can't change anything in your past. That's very true. But you can change everything about your future. What do you think?
Oh my goodness, yes.
That sounds like you.
It sounds like me.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you should have the answer.
Okay, well, that's good. Okay, I do have the answer. I think that so much is about your mindset, and it's crazy because we get these habits formed in our mind of who we are.
Yeah.
And we have free will.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys were aware of that, but we have free will.
have free will.
You can wake up in the morning and instead of saying, oh, I'm lazy, like you've been saying your whole life, you can say, I love to work out. I love to be healthy. And you can literally change your entire life and your future at any moment.
Awesome.
That's good. That's good. I mean, I think you would agree with that.
Yes, I do agree with that because it's so important. The past is either going to cause you to perform or your past will cause you to be paralyzed.
Yeah.
So you can use it as motivation or you can use it as an excuse to fail.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah. Well, power thought number 3, if you are holding something against someone for more than a year, boy, that's a long time to hold something.
Wow.
I don't know if I wrote that or not. If I wrote that, it's because I must have had something against somebody for a year, I guess. The shelf life of your grudge has expired. Throw it away.
Wow. You have to drop it, leave it, and let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah, unforgiveness is something that will hold you back, and it'll keep you unhappy and miserable.
It will, and I can't even believe that I wrote that. If you've had a grudge against somebody for a year, I don't have a grudge against anybody. I'm the quickest repenter when I make a mistake, but I'm also the quickest forgiver.
Yeah.
Now, I don't forget.
But forgive.
No, when somebody does something, I'm going to forgive you, but I am never going to forget it. I will always remember. You know what you do? You keep your friends close and keep your enemies closer. Yeah.
Oh, those were great. Well, now we're going to go hit the streets and see what some of you have to say. So stick around for Sink or Swim.
Why do you think pastors these days have to have 5 and 6 and 7 and 10 bodyguards in the church? I mean, it's their church. Do you think it's right for them to have all these bodyguards that you can't even get to? What's your opinion about that?
Well, I think they should have some type of protection because everybody that's in church is not saved, first of all. And they may want to harm the person that's bringing
So
them.
you're saying that are you saying that somebody in the church might want to hit the preacher or hurt the preacher or stab the preacher?
They could.
Really?
We got different spirits in church, and you don't know who's what and what's what.
Oh, man, you heard it live right here on the Man on the Street, live right here. Be careful, Pastor. You could be stabbed in the back.
All right, well, coming up next is Common Sense, so stick around.
My name is Minister Cortez Miller. I was on my way to the federal penitentiary. My board was doing everything illegally and blaming it all on me. If I had not attended Dr. Michael Chitwood's clergy tax and law conference, I have no doubt that I would be in prison right now. His brochure came just in time. I want to thank Dr. Michael Chitwood for what he did for me, and I want to thank God for giving me a second chance. Minister Cortez Miller.
They were on their way to get me. They took all my financial records. I had no one to call except Dr. Chitwood. I saw him on television one night, and I remembered what he said. God cannot bless a mess. My church was out of order, except I didn't know it. Always remember, it's not the things that you know will hurt you, it's what you don't know. Dr. Chitwood saved my life, my family, my ministry. Get your house in order.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are so excited because we have got some great text messages in asking us questions. So let's get right to it because I want to hear what Carolyn from Omaha, Nebraska has to say. And she is asking, have you ever heard of the phrase, money can't buy happiness? I think we've all heard of that phrase, yes.
I think we have too. I've heard of that too, but I can tell you that poverty won't buy happiness either.
No, sir. No,
That's
sir.
true. I mean, that's kind of a mic drop there. It's like, I don't even think we have anything.
What do you think?
Poverty won't buy happiness
I've
either.
heard that phrase before, haven't we?
yes.
Said that. Money can't buy money. I don't like money. Money can't buy happiness.
Yeah, but money can get rid of everything that makes you unhappy.
Yeah, I mean, money can buy me a jet ski, and I'm going to be very happy when I'm out there riding it.
Well, a minute
it.
ago, you just wanted $20 for my phone.
I know, I was just being nice.
Oh, okay.
I'd never take more than $20 from you.
I know, you're great.
William from Boulder, Colorado asks, what does CMTC stand for?
That's a good question because
That
we
is.
refer to that.
Yes, we've talked about it on the show before.
CMTC. It stands for Church Management and Tax Conference. What we do with Church Management and Tax Conference is we conduct seminars for pastors and church leaders and trustees and deacons and board members and church treasurers all around the United States. In fact, we've got conferences coming up now. If any of you that's watching this is a pastor, a trustee, deacon, trustee, or a check writer, and you want to come to any of our seminars, just go to cmtc.org and you can register. The price is very reasonable. We're there all day. You get your breakfast coffee, you get your lunch, a nice hot lunch, you get your notebook, and you'll learn all the things you're supposed to do, because if you don't know, you're going to get in trouble. Remember that ignorance is no excuse. That's what that judge said to that guy that sentenced him in Charlotte, North Carolina. He said, "Sir, do you have anything to say before I sentence you to the federal penitentiary?" He stood up and he said, "Your Honor," said, "I did not know I was doing anything wrong." That's what he said.
Yes.
I was there at the trial, by the way. He said, "I did not know I was doing anything wrong." And the judge said to him this, "Well, that's very good," but he said, "Ignorance is no excuse." So you better learn what you're doing, and you better get your house of worship in order, because it's not what you know that will hurt you, it's what you don't know. So that's your answer to CMTC.
Yeah, and your conferences are so cool. Like, it's so much information, and then you get the little book to take home, and then you get food, and you get to network with people. I mean, and it's very, very, very reasonably
It's a
priced.
binder. I mean, it's not a little book. I mean, it's a binder full of great information that you can always refer back to if you need it. So get to one of those conferences. Go to cmtc.org.
That's where I became a millionaire right there at age 19. At Knox Creations in that city right there, Knoxville, Tennessee.
Let me get to the question. Okay. We'll talk about it a second. Okay, Larry from Knoxville, Tennessee.
I love Knoxville.
He says, "Mr. Chitwood, Larry Boggs here."
There it is, right there.
Hey, I was your manager at Knox Creations in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Wow, Larry.
You made that company into a $1 billion company. Hit me up on my number.
Oh my God, y'all were supposed to put his number out of there.
I'm not going to read Larry's number out loud, but hello, Larry. Thank you for sending that in. Not a question. He's just giving you a shout out.
Does text numbers go on the screen when you're reading them, though?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to read it out loud.
Does text numbers go on the screen when you're reading?
What do you mean?
Do they put that text question on the screen?
No.
No.
You're just reading a text. The text is not on the screen.
No, I'm reading the text.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, hey, Larry. Larry was a great. He was the general manager there for Knox Creations, Knox Creations, Kreation, Knox Creations. And one of our famous things that we did there, I've only got a minute, was Topsy-Turvy Toys.
Oh, yeah, I heard you talk about that before.
And we put the Topsy-Turvy toy dancing doll on the back of Kellogg cornflakes.
Yeah.
Clip it out, send in a quarter, and we'll send you the dancing doll. Larry, good to see you. I'm going to hit you up. I need that phone number, by the way. Larry, good to see you. And by the way, tell Mary I said hello.
Hi, Larry. What a nice guy. Well, this has been a great show.
Great show, yes.
I've loved it. You know, sometimes it's fun us just all sitting here chit-chatting.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
I love our guests. Don't get me wrong. Okay? But anyway, we are so happy you joined us today. Thank you to our audience out there. You guys are amazing. And until next time, remember that we believe that you have the power to prosper. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thanks for watching The Power to Prosper. Contact us at vbntv.org and check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/vbnTVORG. And be sure to join us next time on The Power to Prosper.